Here's Prescott. Over the middle, fire, caught, CeeDee Lamb, touchdown, Dallas.
Talking all things Dallas Cowboys and other NFL news. Real quick, you know the drill before I get started. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share the video, all that so you'll know anytime we dropping some content over here about the Dallas Cowboys. Now, man, how's everybody doing? To all my supporters, hate I've been gone so long, but hey man, life been life and I took a break from the YouTube thing for a minute. It can be a little frustrating when it's not growing how you want it to grow, but I don't quit at nothing. So just took a break and now we back, man. Training camp back. I told myself if I'm gonna do it this year, I'm gonna come back during training camp. So training camp started yesterday. Here I am. So lot to talk about, man. Lot to be excited for, man. Brian Schottenheimer, new coach, Marty Schottenheimer's son. Marty Schottenheimer was a great NFL coach for a long time. Left this world a few years back, and now we have his son, Brian Schottenheimer, as our head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. Kind of blindsided with that. Didn't think that was going to happen, but he have been around us for a while, and he knows Dak very well, and him and Dak seem to have a good relationship. It seemed like he got a good relationship with all the guys from what we hearing on the outside as fans, that a lot of energy in the building. That's the word we've been hearing since he became the head coach. And I don't know, man. Like I say, I didn't think Mike McCarthy did enough to lose his job, but maybe the owners and the front office felt like he didn't do enough to keep it. So I I understand that job. I understand that, and I hear that we offered Mike McCarthy, but from what I hear, Mike McCarthy said he was done. So I don't know if he's gonna coach again, but good luck to Coach Mike. Appreciate everything you did for the boys, man. Real talk, you was a good coach. But on to Shotty, man. I just it's something about the day he got hired. I want to say I said in my video that let's just give him a chance. Like everybody came out mad about we didn't get this dude. And I really didn't know who we were gonna get. You know, I mean, everybody who got a good coach, and they keep them. Good coaches don't lose their job. You know, they say. So I'm really excited to see what he brings to the table. It seems like uh, he's the type of coach that you want to play for. It seemed like he relate to the younger guys uh, as well. Um, it just seemed like it's a little more excitement out of the guys. Seemed like a little more want to. So let's see if that translates to the field. Because right now everybody on top of the world, all 32 teams feel like they got a chance. Everybody looking at their squad and feel like maybe we can do this. So you as Cowboy fans have no shame in being optimistic about what your team did this offseason with the acquisitions, the free agents we got, the draft picks. I think we did a good job, a really good job this off season, and I think it can turn into a great job if things go the way we hope they go. You know, just looking at it from a logical football standpoint, we should be better this year. I mean, we did improve our offensive line. Uh, we have improved our backfield from what I can see. From what I know about Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders, is they've been some pretty good running backs for the past couple of years. I know Miles Sanders was with the Eagles, and he had a pretty good couple of years behind that offensive line and got him a little paycheck from the Panthers. I think the Panthers was trying to get from under some money here and there to try to boost that offense for Oh man, I can't think of Bryce Young. Bryce Young. Try to boost that offense up for Bryce Young. So the Panthers might be pretty good, man. I don't know how they looking up front as far as offensive line, but I know the the pieces around the skilled players in the offense looking pretty good. So we'll see how it go. But Miles Sanders coming from the Panthers with us now. Javante Williams coming from the Broncos. And like I say, Jaden Blue coming out of Texas, the Horns. I'm a Longhorn fan, so I kind of know what to expect out of Jaden Blue. I hope he can hold on to that ball. I know there's a couple of times he put that ball on the floor at Texas, but maybe that can come with coaching and really focusing on taking care of the football. Because in the NFL, if as a running back, if you can't tote that pill, you will go sit down. But happy to see number 4 back. Dak Prescott got himself in shape. Lost some weight from the reports I'm hearing. Seemed like Dak gonna look to use his legs a little bit more. Felt like he missed some opportunities to use his legs last year. In the game against Atlanta, it seemed like Dak was really emphasizing using his legs and pulled his hamstring, but you know, could have just been a freak thing that happened. You know what I mean? Because he pulled it on a throw. I've yet to see somebody pull a hamstring throwing a football, but Dak pulled his off the bone doing it. So it's possible. It's very possible. But yeah, man, just glad to be back. Really, really excited to see what these rooks gonna bring with the big Samoan out of UCLA, Jay Tuia, uh, the guy from Maryland. I'm looking at defense. I want our I know what to kind of expect from Dak and CD and you know hopefully George Pickens is a good addition, and Jake Ferguson. Adding that with Turp, I think that's really going to be serious. But me personally, our defense has to be up there as one of the most. I mean, everybody defense should be one of their emphasis, every year on being good. You should have, a lot of emphasis on your defense being good. But last year we were horrible at defending the run early in the season. I think we got a little better towards the end, but by that time it was too late. But I really think we got better towards uh, maybe we picked it up in the. I think I really feel like we picked it up in the first Philly game, as far as defending the run. We got better from then on that because Saquon didn't kill us. Really, I expected to be killed by Saquon, but if we could have scored points that first Philly game, I think we would have beat them. We was making them turn the ball over. I think Micah might have had 3 sacks or something like that. So just a lot of things. But I'm looking at the defense and the additions we made. Solomon Thomas, good veteran player, gave us problems when he was with the 49ers. Um, Dante Fowler coming back. I want to say he been about the best compliment to Micah Parsons since we've gotten Micah Parsons. DeMarcus Lawrence took a step back when we got Micah Parsons, and I feel like a little bit of that came out of jealousy. I hate to say another man jealous of another man, but we remember after the games when they wanted to talk to defensive players, they talked to to DeMarcus Lawrence. Well, since Micah been there, and since Micah put a stamp on the game and the team, seemed like the camera's a little bit more in Micah face, and I don't as the leader of the defense. And I don't think that DeMarcus Lawrence took that well. And I think he stepped on his toes a lot with him trying to become a leader of the defense. So I think we had to get the rest of that old Jason Garrett regime out of here. And him and Jordan Lewis was part of that. Both of them tough players. Jordan Lewis, I feel like really upheld his end of the deal. And I feel my boy going to get some money because he took a lot of team friendly deals to stay here with us. But ultimately, you decided that. And the way those two been talking when they left, it seems like you have a problem with being a rich man after you left. I mean, you got what you wanted out of Jerry. Jerry didn't get what he wanted out of y'all. And everybody look at Jerry as the bad guy, but I don't remember any big plays from Jordan Lewis or DeMarcus Lawrence in the playoffs. Correct me if I'm wrong. No strip sack, no pick six, none of that from neither one of them. But they're both considered with the upper echelon of their defensive groups. Well, that's during the regular season because neither one of, just like y'all say, Dak don't perform in the playoffs. Neither one of them guys did either. But they talk as if the team did something to them before they left. So good luck to them. Enjoy them as Cowboys, but we moving on. You should too. Um, Back to the defense. King Basote, Tommy from Maryland. I'm looking to see. I think that dude gonna be a sleeper in camp. I think that's somebody who gonna. He reminds me of a kind of a bigger Oso Digizua, but we'll see how that translates when you get them big pro boys in your face. Because Maryland, they play in a good division, but not the best. So we'll see how it go here in the NFL for Tommy. Uh, Siobhan Revel. Hopefully he's ready to go uh, at least by the beginning of the season. Tore his ACL at Eastern Carolina last year, but was a really, really good corner. Really looked at as a top 1 or 2 round pick. So we'll see how that goes, man, with all the additions. We still got our same old safeties, same corners. Carson coming back. Trayvon and Bland being back. So hopefully no freak accidents during training camp and we can see what we got. But Eberflus seems to do a good job wherever he goes. I know the Bears had a good defense last year, but they struggled offensively late in some games and lost some games late that they really should have won. They should have won against Washington. I want to say they was close to beating. I want to say they should have won one of those Green Bay games. I think they lost by a block kick, if I'm not mistaken. But you know, we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes. I'm just ready, to see us play. I want to get our get back on them Lions. We play the NFC North this year. Speaking of the Bears, and I hope we can get some get back against the Lions and the Packers. And the Packers. We owe both of those teams. One of them tried to embarrass us. Yeah, the Lions tried to embarrass the Cowboys for whatever reason. They felt like they got cheated when everybody's seen what happened, but guess it was just fuel for them because everybody knows they didn't get cheated. So everybody seen plain as day. One player check in or report to the ref, the other player caught the ball. So they feel like they was robbed of a victory the year before last, and last year they felt like they was repaying us. So, but we were missing half of our defensive line when we played y'all too. So I don't really care, but I really do want to get that get back on the Lions because they really tried to embarrass us. They really did. But uh, hopefully everything's go right. No big injuries in training camp. That's really my hope coming out of camp. We find you know, our diamonds in the rough, and that the diamonds that we do have don't get blemished, if you know what I mean. Nobody gets hurt coming into the season. I want to go into the season 100% healthy so we can ruin uh, the Eagles' little banner night or whatever they plan on doing that night, opening night against us. Just won the Super Bowl. It would be such a good feeling to go in and have them start 0-1 and be the reason that their season started off badly. But if they lose to us, it'll be every excuse in the book on why they lost to the Cowboys. So, and not reasons why the Cowboys won. But we know how that goes. Yeah. Glad to be back, man. Glad to be back doing the videos. Just wanted to get one out there to get started. Not much to talk about right now. Camp is going on. The biggest story we got is Micah and Jerry kind of going back and forth with the whole contract negotiation thing. I'm not worried about it. Seemed like Jerry, this is one of his tactics. Uh, you got what you want. Jerry has what he wants. Y'all got to meet in the middle somewhere. That's just what it is. And Micah got to realize that, you know, it's gonna be some things you have to give up to get what you want. And that's essentially generational wealth. And you well on your way, young man. Just be patient. But this is a part of the business. And the Dallas Cowboys aren't the only team that does this. Everybody makes it seem like the Dallas Cowboys are the only team that have players holding out. I remember Jamar Chase holding out. T. Higgins just got his money. Hendrickson still not paid. Seemed like the Bengals got a case of this too. Bengals tired of not winning Super Bowls too, people. You know what I mean? Believe outside of the one Joe Burrow went to, the last one they went to was with Boomer Esiason against Washington, I believe. So, you know, works both ways. You know, Jerry saying that he gonna find Trayvon for not being there. Well, that's Trayvon's job to be at camp. If it's mandatory, it's Trayvon's job to be there at OTAs and at training camp. And I think he is there, but him being fined for not being at OTAs, that's reasonable, man. You know what I mean? Especially when you make so much money. I'm sorry, you one of the top paid at your positions, but you haven't been playing the last 2 years like a top performer. And I know he tore his ACL. I'm sorry, man. Nobody gets sympathy for being hurt in the NFL. Can't make the club in the tub. That's the old saying, and it's true. And it from Pee Wee all the way up to the NFL. So Trayvon need to come back and show that he was worth the investment. Micah needs to continue to show that he will be worth the investment because Jerry's made plenty investments on good players over the last 5 to 10 years. And what did he get from them in the playoffs? Jerry Jones has nothing to do with how they perform in the playoffs. All you can say is he picked them. But up until the playoffs, they look like some of the best players in the league, one of the best teams in the league. And for some reason, we get to the playoffs and it just falls apart, especially defensively. So that's really going back to what I was excited about. I said the defense, that's what I want to see, a better defense. I don't have to score 30, 40 points a game. That's fun to see, but you need a team that knows how to win anyway, any kind of way, close games, down, having to come back. You need to go through all of that before you get to the playoffs. You need to go through all of that. So hopefully we can get us a good, tough, hard hitting physical team this year. That's what I want to see. I'm tired of hearing people say that they bullied the Cowboys, that they beat up the Cowboys. It's time for the Cowboys to start hitting back. So that's what I'm excited to see. Excited to see Brian Schottenheimer and what he's going to bring to the field. Like, are we going to be a physical team? Are we going to be finesse? Are we going to be a disciplined team? Are we going to be a smart team? You know, that's what gets you where you want to get. Consistency, discipline, and being physical, man. Being physical. We got to start beating up on people. We got to start hitting back. And I think that's the plan. So we shall see. Like I say, just wanted to get a video out there, let everybody know who do support the channel, that I am still here and that I am still gonna be right here talking about these Dallas Cowboys, man. So hopefully before this old camp is over, we can get Mike assigned and go into the season ready to go with no big stories, nothing hanging over our head but the playoff woes. So let's see how this goes. Let's see if George Pickens is really gonna be 1B. Let's see if he demands some attention to take some of this attention off 88 and 87, because those were the only real two options we had last year. Wasn't nobody scared of Brandon Cooks, man. Wasn't nobody worried about Brandon Cooks. So let's just temper our expectations right now. We are going into a new system defensively. So early, it might not look as good as we want, but let's give them some time to get into their new system and get things rolling and see how that works out. But I'm excited to be back to my supporters. I'm excited to have this platform to talk about my Cowboys, man. I could not do it anymore. My mom been asking, when you gonna do a video? My wife, my son. So yeah, man. Happy to be back. Happy to be making some videos again. Happy that football is officially back. And this weekend, I believe we got a little preseason game. So, or will that be next week? Okay, that'll be next week. So, yeah, man. Thank you for watching the video, man. Thank you for always, for to my supporters and my subscribers. Thank you for always watching, man. Keeping Big D a little bit relevant in my mind. But yeah, man, I appreciate all the support from anybody who and everybody who watches, man. Like I say, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, man. And as always, go Cowboys.